seriously, I've been wondering for a while, like, was that really the reaction you had the first time you saw the whole thing?
Yeah. I was pretty. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Yeah, I was pretty angry when I saw. I already knew it was going to be a bad movie, and then just when I saw that, I'm like, okay, and Batman's dead for a few years. Yeah, that was just like the lowest point. It was just like an amazing low point. So yeah, I was pretty pissed off with it.
Okay, second question. This one's for both of you guys, actually. Now, you guys have done a crossover before with Ninja Turtles, which was good. But, well, he's the angry video game nerd, and you review nostalgic stuff. You ever guys consider doing, like, a crossover with the Revenge of the Nerds movies?
I kind of like those.
Revenge of the Nerds movies?
Yeah, like, I kind of like those movies.
It's not a bad idea.
What about, I mean specifically the third and the fourth ones, because those ones are pretty bad.
They made a third and a fourth?
Yeah.
You know, I never seen them really. I knew of them in the 80s. I knew the nerd stereotype, obviously, you know. But when I was writing the nerd movie, I remember I was like, I want to look at some of the classic nerd movies from the 80s, like the real stereotypical nerd movies, just to get some inspiration. And then I watched the whole Revenge of the Nerds series. I was just like, nah, I got nothing out of them all. No, nothing useful.
I'm sure I stole the nerd from that. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's classic. Yeah, the Johnson nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just figured it would be kind of funny to see you guys do at least the third and fourth one, because trust me when I say this, I've seen them and they are bad.
All right, that might be worth checking out. So cool. Thanks so much, man. I guess I'll pick the next one. Oh, you know what? You have the microphone. You pick whoever you want. Before I think about it. You're the one that has to run around. Well, no, you have to do the running around. Just pick someone. I'm not that guy.
I have two questions. The first one pertains to both of you. When you were doing that whole Angry Video Game versus Nostalgia feud back in, I think, 2008, how did that get started behind the scenes? Like, how did you two get into contact with each other to get this all started?
I think, like, people were just sort of saying, I think when I did the Ninja Turtles movies, some people were saying, oh, it's like what the nerd does, it's like what the nerd does. And I kind of knew I was going to be compared to him because not a lot of people were doing, like, kind of our shtick for a while. And I just thought, wouldn't it be funny if I just sort of poke with a stick, see what happens? So I was saying, nerd, keep your fans under control. This is your job, your responsibility. And yeah, I think everyone's getting so angry. Who's this a-hole? Who's this jerk? Which is great. That's exactly what you want. But then I was afraid he was going to take it seriously. So, like, you know, because some of the other people were, so I just emailed him, hey, this is just a joke, whatever, just a funny little thing. Just don't take it seriously. And yeah, then you respond and you're like, this might be funny, actually.
Yeah, like I knew you had to. I already knew it was like a joke. You know, I could tell, but I could just tell from your email. You weren't sure because if I would have taken it that way or not, because you never know. Like we were complete strangers then. Now we know each other really well and we hang out all the time. But that time was like, that's just how we got to know each other, just by doing those videos. And I remember the first time when you came to my house. And we drove from Chicago. We drove 12 hours or whatever to get from Chicago to Philadelphia. And remember, you're like,